All right. Positive energy all the time. Good to see everyone. Hope your day's starting out great. Rep your city, represent your city. I'm representing Chi-Town, Chicago, Illinois, aka the Rack. Shout out to everybody on Facebook, Twitch, Kick, and YouTube. We got Baltimore in the building. We got Greensboro in the building. We got San Jose. We got Riverside. We got Philly in the house. We got Atlanta in the building. We got Buffalo in the building. Fresno is here. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Rep your city. Rep your city. We got SC in the building. We got Baltimore in the building. So today, this is kind of like a community service announcement. We got Atlanta, Georgia in the building. We got Gambia, West Africa in the building. Salute to all the brothers and sisters in the motherland. Much love and respect to all of my brethren and sisters all over Africa. Y'all stay positive out there and keep fighting against apartheid and take control of your natural resources so that you could trade with the diaspora. That's what we need to be doing. To all my brothers and sisters in Africa, stop trying to move to Africa. Instead, let's get Africa to control their natural resources and let's do some export and import. Okay? That's what we need to be doing. We need to be doing diaspora, export, and import. We need to be sending each other stuff from Jamaica, from America, from Africa, from Trinidad. We need to have international export and import. That's what we need to do. Global. Then we worrying about where we're going to live later. But while we're all over the planet, all these brown people, let's get this international money. And so I try to tell all the brothers, our main concern from Africa should be to make sure that they control the natural resources and that we can get the natural resources. You in America, let's open the jewelry stores. Let's get Africa to send us the gold, the silver. They send us the resources. We make the products out of it and we sell the products. And they also make the products because Africa should be taking over tourism and they should be selling all the gold and diamond jewelry to the tourists. You know what I'm saying? It don't make no sense. Africa got all them diamonds and gold and stuff, and the tourists need to be coming, and Africa should be becoming billionaires, zillionaires. It's a shame the way they do us, so we gotta wake up. But this is a service announcement. In February, I'll be 68. I was born in 1958. So I've basically been outside since, 1962, riding my bike and stuff. You usually start heavy socializing around fourth grade. Third grade, second grade, first grade, kindergarten, all your socializing is just at school, and it's limited socializing at school. And when you come home, you might ride your little bike, but your mommy not gonna let you get off the block. And a lot of the children kind of play in front of the house. You don't get to run all the way up and down the block until, maybe fourth grade. In fourth grade, you begin to spread your wings. But really, fifth grade is when you really begin to be outside. If you've been riding your bike, fifth grade, back in the 60s, now you can ride around the block. You could go to the park. So this is your first real socializing, where now you're hanging with children on the other blocks because you're all at the park in a lot of these neighborhoods. If you're fortunate enough to live by a park, but we was the baby boomers, so they had parks they had enough parks where there was always a park you could go to. So like I lived on Aberdeen, there was a park on Morgan and Carpenter. Then there was another park down by Troop or whatever. So as you get older, sixth, seventh grade, now you're going to both parks, you're going to Ada Park, you're spreading your wings. The bicycle was like the first freedom. So you get your bike and, once you go outside, your mama don't know where you at. It used to frustrate me when I come home and my mother be like, where you was at? And I'd be like, Mama, I can't tell you where I've been. Like, are you serious? She's like, where you been, boy? I'm like, okay. First I left, then we went to Richard's house. Then we went to the store. Then we came back, then we went to Phil's house. And she said, okay, I get it. Mama, we've been to 20 places. You know what I'm saying? Like seriously, Mom. Like, we've been all over. We running and ripping. So what is this live about? This live uh, it, on the internet. I hate to say this, but being a content creator, being on the internet, and especially now that they got their chat, as a content creator, there's women in the chat and there's men in the chat, and the men are in pretty bad shape. The women are by far more mature than the men. The men, I don't know. I'm trying to find the right word. Emotional. The men are very emotional. The men are the trolls. You don't have any female trolls. The only people that will come over here and troll me and want to argue is men. It's the craziest thing. Men. Like if you watch me a lot, you'll see men come over here wanting to start problems, want to say, attack me, off subject, uh, childish men. The only ones that watch me that don't like me is men. Men will actually that don't like your content or you will actually click on it. It's the weirdest thing. I can't imagine subscribing to somebody that I don't ever like nothing they say and clicking on it every time they go live. Uh, I can't imagine spending no time on my day as a grown man I just can't imagine spending that time like that. And it's grown men taking time out their day to watch me and don't like nothing I'm saying. Like sometimes they didn't like what I said yesterday, the day before. They'll show up tomorrow, the next day. I haven't been blocking people anymore only for a day. And so I can't believe they come back every day. And they don't like nothing I'm saying. You can tell they don't like me and they just watch me every day and say weird stuff. Men, it's sad. It's sad. It's a sad state. Now, it's really obvious when you're going live on social media, but outside, I first started noticing black men were becoming feminine around 2014. So around 2013, 2014, a lot of men, we pulled ourselves out of society. We couldn't be around men. So a lot of men began to just be around their wives and their children. Men began not to socialize with men. A lot of men stopped playing sports with men, right? You don't want to play basketball because you got dudes just hard fouling for I don't know what, petty conversations, liking the other man's woman, like weird stuff. Like a dude come with his woman, and it could be five women by themselves, and it could be a dude with his woman. And there's a dude, he don't want to talk to none of the single women out there. He wants to Google eye the woman with the man. So they want to sleep behind men. They want to brag that they sleeping with another man's woman, which is weird for sure. Like that became a thing. Like I effed your B. Like really strange behavior. And so we began to not really, I haven't been hanging out. We don't hang out with men. A lot of us, we don't hang out with men because they began to turn into weirdos. I can only speak for black men because that's why I be around. So uh, they became weirdos. So a lot of us, we had to become extremely mean. In other words, it got to a point when I come around, don't say too much. Don't say too much to me, We had to get like extremely gangster, like, dude, we're not fighting. So read between the lines. And it was to the point you couldn't just say nothing to a brother, you know, because we became extremely mean to strangers, especially. If you wasn't one of the guys that we really mess with in the circle that we hustle with, and you was just some dude, it was very dangerous for you to open your mouth. It was going to go left. So outside, a lot of these weirdos on YouTube, they don't say nothing outside. You know what I'm saying? So it's like YouTube allows some of these weirdos now, they're safe. They got like a fake name. So they're using YouTube to troll and do stuff that they know outside you pay a heavy penalty. So they're ruining everybody's YouTube experience. They don't, because we block them, we have to block them, but we have to block so many mails in order for everybody else to enjoy the live stream that it's just disgusting. And so YouTube is exposing how bad it is because you can't tell outside. Like I said, it's a penalty outside, and then outside, we not around no busters. You only around your crew that's uh, legit, and in the situations where the brothers is trying to hang too much, they always clashing. They're always fighting. They're always hurting each other, right? With that younger generation, because they don't know how to act. They don't know how to talk to each other. They have no royalty about them, no dignity. And there's nothing worse than a full grown third grader. Like a grown man that still got a grown man mentality, but acts like a third grader. Because that's like like for you to troll on the internet, you like a grown man. And for you not to be chasing your money and for you to take like time out your day to make stupid comments and troll people and go on there and try to let people know you don't like them on social media is totally ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Like I've seen brothers recently. I went at a brother because he was saying crazy stuff, but I never went in his comments like that. That's too feminine for me to go in a brother's comment. I'd rather just come and talk on my own and tell everybody what I think about the situation. But as far as me getting in another man's comments, man, you this, man, you that, that's too feminine for me. I can't do that. How the hell I'm gonna do that? Because people like me, if I get in your comments and say what I'm gonna say, I'm gonna get banned. It's gonna be extremely violent. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be really serious. It's not gonna be fake violent. It's gonna really, really be up. So then we can't do that because that's criminal. We're going to get banned. We're not going to go in there playing like that, halfway trolling. It would be real, serious, dangerous, active threats. Not no this weird stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no back and forth. And, it'll be looking for locations and all. It would just basically be us incriminating ourselves, basically, trying to send ourselves to prison, basically. That's what it be. It's just like be basically crashing out, basically. So I wanted to come over here for the young brothers to help the young brothers so that they don't get influenced by this feminine male energy on social media, right? Some G talk, you know what I'm saying? For the G's out there. And G can stand for generals or gangsters, whichever one. If you're positive, generals, right? Do I think a lot of feminine stuff is coming from the mothers raising them? Um, I think it's coming from they don't fight no more. Little boys don't fight. Soon we came up, little boys fight. Little boys fight from like the third grade. Second grade is not too much, can you? But third grade, little boys start fighting. Third, fourth, fifth grade. By the time you get to sixth grade, you ain't fighting as much. By the time you get to seventh grade, you ain't fighting at all. So when I was coming up, fighting third, fourth, and fifth grade, a little bit in sixth grade, seventh grade, there might be an incident, but not that. By the time we got to high school, no fighting. So when I went to high school, there was no fights because you got all that out your system as a little boy. So by the time you get in seventh grade, you already know conflict resolution. And if John and Timmy and them, you don't like John and Timmy and them, they hang out together and you hang out with the ones you like. You don't go around Timmy and John. I mean, you see them at school and it's cool, or you see them in the neighborhood, but you only hung with the ones you got along with, which made it so that there was peace with everybody. It's still peace with the ones I'm not hanging with, but the reason it's peace when I see them because I'm not hanging with them because we don't really mesh. And so we began to you be with who you mesh with and who you get along with, and you be who you mesh with, who you get along. And if you was a dude didn't get along with nobody hung with you, you usually end up hanging with other people like you end up going to jail a lot. You end up hanging with future criminals because that's where that goes. Because if you don't get along with everybody, you're going to have to participate in violence a lot. You're going to have to fight a lot. As you get older, fighting becomes more deadly, and you just be in and out of jail because you can't get no job and you don't get along with the employees. So nobody can hire you. You lack any type of etiquette or any type of social skills. So you can't work or nothing. You just got to go to prison with people that live like how you live. And y'all go in there and beat each other up and come out. You know, these kind of brothers, you stop hanging around them by the 7th, 8th grade. And a lot of times you don't see them for a while. And when you see them back in their 20s, they all beat up. Some of the brothers was like handsome and everything, but they live out like, man, you see them, man. You see them at 25, man, they all beat up, cut up, beat down, in and out of, I mean, they look horrible because of that negative energy. And the only people they can hang with is somebody negative like them. And they always fighting and beating each other up. They all scarred up. Handsome brothers in the 6th grade. By the time you see him, he's 28, 29. He looked horrible. He looked like the streets drug him around. So it's a lack of socialize. It's less children. So you don't have to socialize as much. We was the baby boomers. There was no way to get around children. It was 1,000. So we had to learn social skills. Just on one block is what? 25 children? Easily 25 to 35 children on one block. Every age group. So there was no dodging. You know, when I was growing up, there was no dodging socializing. So rather than do all that, we go play football. Boom, we go play baseball. Boom, we go ride our bikes. We found ways to do something positive in a group and not have this dark negative energy. Also, mothers were better mothers. So it's not the women, it's the kind of women. These mothers suck. Fathers didn't raise us, mothers raised us. It has nothing to do with women. It's the kind of women. These women are the worst mothers ever. Our mothers did not play none of that. Our mothers was way better than these mothers. These mothers are horrible. Because you got to understand, uh, if the father had to get involved, that means you done went too far. Well, the mother's not going to let you go too far. So there was no reason for the fathers to get involved. You understand? The fathers didn't raise the children. The fathers backed up mama. You better listen to your mama. That's how the fathers was. My daddy didn't really discipline me and my sister. If he got to do it, that means you done went too far. Fathers didn't raise children, whether they was in the house or not. Mothers raised children, Robert. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Fathers, that idea that fathers was in the house, no. That's a lie, Robert. Mamas was rough. Daddies was more chilled out than mama. Let me tell you something. My father was more chilled than my mother. The one that's hollering at you all the time, that's quick to get the belt, is mama. Mama quick to get the belt. Quick. Daddy kind of don't care. Daddy only gets upset if mommy gets upset. Daddy don't be getting all upset like that. It's 100% due to mothers. 100%. Your mothers ain't shit. 100%. 100% is the mothers. The mothers, you all got the worst mothers in Black history. Anybody will tell you that. If a man got 5 kids and he got to go to work, who at home with the kids? XYZ. Like Mr. Smith, my daddy's best friend. Mr. Smith had Vicky, Taffy, Keith, Greg, and Buster. Miss Smith was at home all day. Who raised the kids? Who raised the kids? XYZ. If the daddy's at work all day, who raised the kids? Exactly. And who don't take no shit up in her house? Because you got to understand, it's not daddy's house. All that's false. It's not your father's house. It's your mother's house. Your daddy bought the house for his wife. You understand? The daddy bought the house for his wife. That's her house. I'm giving you the reality of relationships. It's not his house. Daddy don't give a damn about the house. Why you think men had their own little spot? Why do men have a man cave? Because that's his little spot. Why you gotta have? Because the house is hers. He can't put that shit in her house. Men do it for men buy a house for his wife and children. He does not buy a house for himself. He buys a home for his wife and children. We lived in a house, right? 3 bedrooms. 1 bedroom was for my mother and father, right? Who's the other 2 bedrooms for? My sister's room and my room. If me and my sister got 2 rooms and my daddy and them got 1 room, who is the house for? If the basement got ping pong tables and pool tables and toys, who's the basement for? My daddy not down in that basement playing. Daddy don't even mess with the house. Daddy come home from work, sound maybe watch TV, might got his chair where he watch TV. That's it. The kitchen is mama's. The dining room is mama's. The living room is mama's. The house is decorated according to what your mother likes. Your daddy do not decorate the house. He don't give a damn. I'm talking hardcore, man. My daddy don't give a damn what she wants. What he don't give a damn about whatever couch she want, he gonna sit on it. You know what I'm saying? He don't care. He gonna go with her. She gonna pick. She like this living room set. He gonna get it. He don't like no living room set. I ain't never lived with no woman. I ain't never fixed up no house for me in my life. I ain't never bought no bedroom set I like. We don't buy bedroom sets we like. Maybe the new men do. Maybe that's why they so feminine. You take your wife and she basically picked the bed that she liked. We don't give a damn about stuff like that. She decorates the house. All we do is cut the grass, shovel the snow, and be security. That's it. We just do security, make sure nobody break in, stuff like that. My mother never pumped gas a day in her life. My mother never put no gas in no car. My daddy kept the car with the gas in it. My mama never took no car to get washed. My daddy washed the cars. He took the cars to the car washer, washed them. My daddy had bought Cadillacs. He only drove them on his off day. My mother drove them. My dad was a bus driver. He took the bus to work because he can ride for free. It was basically her car, basically. All that shit for mama. The bedroom, the living room, the dining room, everything. You can't paint it if she don't like it. You cannot paint the house the color you like. Everything you do to the house, she gotta like it. You know what? We don't give a damn. She the one want them flowers like that and all that stuff around there. Daddy don't give a damn about no flowers and how the bushes is cut and all that. Like what? We don't buy dishes and stuff like that. A man will have two plates, one fork, one spoon, and one knife. And we just wash that. We're not buying no drawer full of knives and all that. We ain't gonna buy all that. We ain't buying all that. We're not having no linen closet full of sheets and spreads and stuff. We'll probably have two. We're not buying spreads and sheets and we're not doing none of that. All that's her stuff. We don't really care like that. So we don't care what color she pick it. She picked the couch she like and we sit on it. We're morons. We don't care. It's a couch. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's just a couch. So now the men is real feminine. Like you'll never see street media TV trolling because he's masculine. And if he don't like your content, he ain't even gonna click on it. He not gonna, hey, street media TV, are you gonna click on a YouTube account where you don't like the person and constantly tell them you don't like them? Hell no. Hell no. He not clicking. If he don't like what you're talking about, he's not gonna click on there just to tell you he don't like what you're talking about. Like who does that? I'm on his page. I'm on his account all the time. He don't even know I'm over there. Unless every now and then, like I said, something he'll agree. He'll say something I might agree. Other than that, we just watch stuff. We watch a lot of people, but we're not really into type arguments. If we type G's type positive stuff, we don't type negative stuff. If we type, it's cause it's something we really, really like. We be like, hell yeah, bro. Like that. That's all we'll type. We don't type negative stuff. We don't do that. We say that to ourselves. Oh man, let me log off this dude a fool. We'll say it to ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We do say, oh, this sucker ass. Let me go watch something else. But we're not gonna tell you, bro, you a sucker. You know what I'm saying? Who do that? Who do that? If you just on some sucker stuff, we just log off. We basically just show appreciation of something that's really fire, and we want to be like, man, that's fire, man. We'll give you a thumbs up or whatever. We'll like it. We'll like the video. Sometimes you don't even know we the ones liked it. I be watching street media TV. I be liking his stuff, but he don't know that's me liking it. He don't know that's me in that like button like that. I'm not finna go over there and disrespect no brothers and stuff on it. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like you got a right to say what you got to say. I don't got no right to tell you what you saying ain't no good. You know, for a G, you saying what you want to say. I either gonna watch it or I'm not. It's real simple. It's not for me to say what you doing. That's feminine. I ain't your daddy. So it's not for me to tell you no. I didn't like Kevin Samuels. I never once went on his page and told him that. I just didn't watch him. Once I seen him disrespecting sisters, making them feel they wasn't beautiful, I just didn't watch him. I ain't go over there, man, you foul, man, you keep me talking to women. I just didn't watch dude. I come on my own page and say he's a clown and he was feminine. I'm gonna teach my audience that he was trash, but I'm not gonna tell him. But now we got young brothers and y'all doing too much, man. Don't y'all do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, go find something you like, man. I watch so many YouTube pages. I do not watch nobody that don't interest me. I click on the ones that interest me. I don't watch Charleston White. As soon as I see his face, I keep scrolling. I don't watch him. I watch DJ Academics because it'd be interesting. His breakdowns be good. I watch uh, a lot of different YouTube pages, a lot, all different type of stuff. Religion, nature, all kind of brothers. Stay on your pivot. I watch that brother. I watch a whole lot of brothers. I watch Cam and Mace. Not as much. Sometimes I watch them a lot, and then I kind of, sometimes I might not watch for a while. I was watching Gilly a lot. Not watching him as much no more, but I'm not gonna go say nothing. I think his content is still just because I'm not watching you. That don't mean your content's not good. It just mean it just me. It just don't fit me. It doesn't mean your content is no good. Your content is still good. It just might not be my cup of tea. Just because it's not my cup of tea doesn't mean it's not good. Just because you don't watch baseball don't mean baseball's not good. You might just prefer basketball, or you might just prefer football. Who's gonna go on the baseball channel and say, "Man, baseball ain't no good, man"? But you just watch what you watch, right? So I wrote down. I got some advice for the brothers, right? One thing we don't do, we don't troll on the internet. Okay, y'all brothers are soldiers. We don't troll. Don't be trolling nobody. That's not masculine, bro. We don't troll, right? When you get up, you focus on two things: your health and your wealth. Then everything comes after that. If you ain't healthy, you can't be a good husband or a good father. If you ain't got no money, you can't be a good husband or a good father. So concentrate on your money and your health. That's what you get up and concentrate on. Don't you get up concentrating on what somebody else is doing. Taking time out your day trolling when you could be trying to figure out how to get a bag. I'll be wondering how these brothers, bro, you ain't trying to get no money. You trolling. What you look like trolling the brother that's monetized, he getting paid. And you trolling for free. And on the 20th, dude gonna get a bag from YouTube. Dude gonna get a bag, or the female gonna get a bag on YouTube. What you get? You know how stupid you gotta be to be on YouTube like that? You ain't making no money, and you trolling somebody that's making money? Like when we monetize, we get paid for the commercials that run, right? So the more you watch, the more commercials run. The commercials pay YouTube and they cut us a percentage of that advertisement. So when you don't like me and I go live and you click, you making me money. You know how stupid you gotta be to click and click and click and click, hating on me when really you helping me get paid. And you ain't learning nothing. You know how stupid you gotta be? Because you're gonna click because I'm gonna bring something for you to offer. And when I bring something to offer you and you can learn or you can enjoy what I'm talking about, then you click and then YouTube gets those views and then the commercials run and everybody wins. You get to watch something you want to watch and enjoy. YouTube makes money and I make money. But the goal can't be just to make money. Some people it is. My goal is to bring information, and that's just a side. That's just what happens with that. Now, some people ain't. Some people just do it to make money. I don't. I still want to talk about what I want to talk about. I just don't want to be just talking about gossip just to make no money. But I'm not against nobody to do that. If that's a job, I'm with that. So if you're a content creator and you're just trying to post content to make money, I'm with that. I don't do it because I started before monetization and I'm just want to keep doing what I've been doing. I don't want to change what I've been doing just because I'm monetized. I've been sitting on the couch in my daddy house just talking what I'm thinking about. So I'm just trying to stay the same way. That's why sometimes you might not see me till 12 o'clock at night because I ain't got nothing to talk about. So anytime I come over here, I really got something to talk about. I do not come on here if I don't got nothing to talk about. I gotta authentically have something to talk about. But I don't hate on nobody making no money that's reporting everything that's happening and getting their money. I'm just supposed to do what I'm supposed to do. I'm not supposed to hate on what you're doing. I'm supposed to mind my business. So I'm not finna come on here and talk against what you're doing. You trying to get a bag, get a bag. If you want to report everything going on and that's what you do, I support that. I'm not going to start criticizing you because I do this and you do that. That's the feminine part. I'm just going to mind my business. I'm not going to start criticizing you because I'm doing it this way. Now I'm on here like a girl. Man, some of y'all be on here just talking about anything to make some money. Come on, man. Pause. That's girl stuff. That's when you crossing the line. You crossing the line, man, your business. Why is you speaking on what he doing on his channel or what she doing on her channel? And if it's some kind of philosophy that you feel ain't good for black people, then why go over there and argue with them? Why not come on your own channel and say, hey, man, it's somebody out here saying this philosophy, I don't agree, it's this philosophy. So if I see a brother, he's saying something I don't like, I ain't going to go on his channel. Man, you saying something I don't like. You shouldn't be. I'm going to come on my own channel and say, I watch this brother. I might even say their name. So I don't like what they saying, but I say it on my channel. I don't say it on their channel. I give them that much respect. I don't go in front of their audience and say what I'm going to say. I come in front of my own audience. Okay? So I'm going to show y'all some things that you do. So don't troll on the internet. Then we don't do no internet beef. So if I see a brother and I say, this brother doing this and that, I don't like it. We not beefing. When they make a response, I don't watch it. I don't watch no videos about me. I keep it a G. I don't watch videos about me. For what? I say what I'm going to say. If it's about a brother, I'm going to say what I'm going to say. Then they're going to say what they're going to say. And that's the end of it. It's not personal. It's not personal. I'm not making no 100 videos back and forth like that. That's sissy stuff. I want to make my point because I feel like you putting bad information out to the public, and I'll go to the public and say, you putting bad information out there to the public. Your response, I don't watch them. The hell with what you got to say about me. I said what I'm saying, and that's the end of it. I don't do back and forth on the internet. We don't do back and forth on the street. Nobody does back and forths. When a brother go forth, he trying to make sure you on your back. In the streets, we put you on your back. So it ain't no more forth from you. On the streets. The idea is for you not to be able to come back on the streets. Facts. It's not no back and forth might go bad for me. If I go there and you can come back, I might be on my back. So on the streets, we don't do back and forth because back and forth is dangerous. So when you make your move, it better be final. You better not be able to let nobody get no get back. That might be the end of you. So for you to get on the internet back and forth and try to act like that's gangster, no, it's not. No, this is the internet. We're not supposed to be trying to be no gangsters on no damn internet. Gangsters don't want the police involved, ain't doing nothing in public. This is why so many of these young drill rappers is going to prison. They doing all this gangster stuff for the police on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, they playing all kind of videos from Young Thug and them, all kind of videos with Dirk and them talking all. It's like, what the hell is y'all doing? Y'all all on the phone and on the internet? Y'all gangster on the internet in front of the police and everybody? All right, what kind of gangster stuff is that? So, when you get on the internet, young brothers, say what you're going to say one time and move on. That's it. Say what you're going to say, but move on. That's it. Don't be on here beefing and stuff. Get you some money. If you want to watch the internet for some enjoyment or to learn something, fine. Do not put your emotions on the internet. That's feminine, okay? And make comments about stuff you like. Stop all the stuff you don't like. Nobody don't give a damn you don't like it. Keep that to yourself. Yeah, I got brothers coming over here telling me they don't like this and that. And I'm thinking, Bro, eat a whole sausage. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna even type that. I'm thinking to myself, use the B. I'm not gonna even type. I'm not gonna type. I ain't gonna type nothing. I'm gonna delete your comment and I'm gonna say to myself, use a BAN. Okay? There's no BAN. Delete. I'm not telling you nothing. And if I see you, I'm act like I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. Because all that talk, I'm from the rack. I'm not watching your mouth. I'm watching your hands. That's all I'm watching. I'm watching your hands, see if you're moving funny. Like this shit's serious outside. So if you run up on me outside, it ain't gonna be all this. I'm just letting you know. I'm looking at you to see if you're a danger or a threat to my life. So you can do all this talking, but don't move wrong. And if you got violence or something in your heart, you need to just pop that right off. You shouldn't be warning me. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't going to warn you. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't promote all this back and forth, because I'm not with violence. We is not on YouTube to end up dealing with violence. Because all that's going to do get me locked up, get you locked up. Who the hell want to go to prison? So it ain't even that serious to be going to prison and threatening people, and I got to try to protect my life off some shit on YouTube. You got to be kidding me. Seriously? So y'all brothers with this back and forth on YouTube, that's got to stop. Stop incriminating yourself and promoting violence and beefing on YouTube. Because there ain't no real beef, and you turning it, you letting your emotions turn something into real beef, then it's turning into violence. And then when you turn into that violence and you get arrested and stuff, it's not till you sit in the courtroom that you come back into realization. Sometimes it's not till they sentence you and they put you on that bus and lock you up, and you've been locked up 3 or 4 days before it hit you, that you just threw it all away. Now you're looking at a 5 years, 3 years, 20 years, life. For what? For nothing. Look at all these rappers that's in all this trouble, and it's all over YouTube too. It's all over YouTube. It's over them beefing on YouTube. Think about it. How do a rapper know how do you know what they saying, what they doing? YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, X. You're on social media beefing, and it's turning to violence. Now, I got brothers been trolling. Let me tell you something. Trolling content creators is a waste of time. If you come over here and troll me and I block you, as soon as first off, as soon as I block you, 2 or 3 minutes later, I don't remember you. Like, some brothers that be trolling really believe that you think about them and remember them. I'm going to let you brothers know. No, nobody remembers you. Content creators have to think about what they saying to their audience. They don't have time to remember you. They're going to block you, and they never going to think about you. And the only way they might remember you if you come back the next day or later trolling again. But they're not going to long-term remember you. If you came over here and trolled me 5 times, when this live is over, I never think about you until you show up. If you troll me right now and I block you, I will not be thinking about you until you show up again. And I'm going to block you again, and I will not be thinking about you. And I think some people think that when they troll, they think that content creators remember them. No, we don't. You are totally wasting your time. Nobody's remembering you. Content creators, the only people we know is the people that we engage with daily, like Strowman, 1965. I know him because he's over here all the time. Will of the Most High. We only know the positive people that come all the time. We remember them. We don't remember trolls. Seriously, you are totally wasting your time. Content creators only know their audience that they see all the time. We do not know the trolls. You don't exist. You just wasted your time. Seriously. Nobody thinks about you. These are facts. I can't name you one troll. I got son that come over here all the time. I don't know the name of their account or nothing. I swear to God, I don't know the name of their account. I only remember them when they come back, because a lot of times they don't come back after a while. But we got to think about what we're talking about. So if you're a young brother out here and you want to be a troll, just know you're totally wasting your time. Nobody's going to remember you. Don't get off and think, I showed him or her. They are not thinking about you. You never existed, because they got to get you out the way and continue their conversation. You're a nobody. You just wasted your time. You're getting no popularity. You didn't do anything. Just you wasted your time. Soon as they block you, it's like you never existed. In some cases, I'll teach off of you and turn you into a conversation. So don't troll. Go make you some money. Young brothers, and don't waste your time doing stupid stuff that's a total waste of time. I'm telling you the facts. You are totally wasting your life. If you spent 30 minutes, an hour trolling somebody, you just threw away an hour. You just threw away a whole hour of your life. Because I think some trolls get off and think they did something. I think they be thinking that the content creators know them. No, we don't. It's like you never existed. Nobody gets that mad when they remember you. Why would we get mad when we can just block you? And I think some trolls get off and say, see, I made him mad. No, you didn't, bro. All you did is block you. Because we got to go back to talking. We might talk another hour. We might talk another 15 minutes. We can't think about you. You never existed. You never existed. Another thing for the G's out there, we don't click on or watch a subject or title we don't like. If I see a title and I don't like it, right, I don't click on it. I don't click on it and watch it just to tell you I don't like it. Now, you said put you on timeout like a child. You got to understand something. Let's say you're a troll. You come over here. I put you on time. When you come over here, they show a commercial. I put you on timeout. You're on timeout, let's say 10 minutes, 15 minutes. When you get off timeout and you watch, eventually they're going to show another commercial. You're making me money. So a lot of times we don't block you because you add views, which blows up our channel, and commercials run. So while you think you're doing something negative, you're helping us make money. This is why I had like 2,000 people blocked. I unblocked everybody. Why? I need them to click over here. The haters and everybody, click. You know what I'm saying? Click and watch the commercial. And then if you disturb my audience, then I'll block you. But let me get the money. You understand? So all my mods and stuff, when the trolls come over here, let them stay for 5 or 10 minutes and then block them, okay? All right? Let the trolls stay for like 5 minutes, then block them until tomorrow. Don't block them permanently. I need them to come back and click again to watch another commercial. And for the views, I need the views from the trolls. The trolls, I need the views. YouTube ain't gonna see them as trolls. They gonna see them as views. You understand? The people that's advertised for YouTube, all they know is they got to show another commercial. They not hurting me. They making me money. They hurting themselves. They wasting their time. They're not wasting my time. I'm getting paid. So in 2026, I'm not blocking nobody no more. My mom's going to do all that on their own. If you over here too long and my mods ain't doing their job, I'm going to get rid of some mods and get some mods going to do their job. You understand? And my mods, let them stay over here for at least 5 or 10 minutes, okay? Leave the trolls alone. You know what I'm saying? Leave them over here for about 5 or 10 minutes, okay? So they can watch a couple commercials. You know what I'm saying? Drive my views up. And then only block them till tomorrow. I need them to come back tomorrow. If I've been talking already an hour or two, just keep blocking them for like 30 minutes and stuff till the view's over so they can come back for the next video. But if it's early in the video, we might not want them messing it up for everybody else, so block them till tomorrow. I have to protect my viewers, and trolls make it bad for the viewers. They don't make it bad for me. The viewers don't like you. You're rude to the other viewers. Okay? I'm giving y'all game. I hope y'all listening. You understand? But yeah, the trolls going to be under the bridge ugly, scaring billy goats. Let them be under the bridge ugly and scare all the billy goats they want. Okay? And just block them and let them come back. All right? Okay? But to brothers that's young that might come and think that's cute and fun, I'm telling y'all, don't do that. Instead of coming over here, right, and trolling, get you a page and make you some content, make you some money. If you got enough time to sit there and troll, why you ain't making content and getting paid? You're not getting paid to troll. So to the young brothers, stop trolling and start rolling. Get you some money. Why you got all this time to do something and it ain't paying you nothing? This to the young brothers so you don't make that mistake thinking that's fun. You ain't doing nothing to the content creators. You adding to their views and you making them money. Straight like that. You ain't doing no damage. I want the young brothers to know what they're doing. You're not doing nothing. You helping the people that you don't like. If you don't like me and you keep clicking over here, I can't tell you don't like me. You helping me. And you clicking over here thinking you hurting me. What? Get yourself together. Right? And don't y'all click on something if you don't like it. If you see the title and it's something you don't like, something you don't agree with, don't click on it. I come over here talking about FBA should do this, reparations. You don't agree, you're a Pan-African. Why is you over here clicking on this? Why is you clicking on some Pan-African stuff? What is wrong with you? How could you help Africa when you're so weak that you click on stuff you don't even want to watch? Africa don't need no weak brothers over there. If you're a Pan-African and you think you're some revolutionary, you're so strong, why would you click over here? See, when I went at SETI, I had clicked to watch his content. I didn't know he was going to say no goofy shit. Because if I knew he was going to say something goofy, I would have unfollowed him like I did. I don't want to watch him no more. I was following him, watching him. I thought he had some good content. And then when I seen him bringing up Tyreek's and Tyreek's museum, and I was like, oh man, so you a hater? Why is you bringing up a brother's business? See, when on the streets, when you start bringing up somebody else's success, you a hater. Just for y'all to know what really the real reason I don't respect SETI. It ain't had nothing, he ain't say nothing to me. But he bringing up the brother's museum. I'm like, what? We don't do player haters. At that point, you look like a little kitty cat. Like, are you serious, bro? You got that much hate in your heart. I don't give a damn what he do good with the museum or not. That ain't none of my business like that the brother got a museum. Unless I'm going to support it, but I'm not going to speak on whatever business ventures he got or whatever he doing to make money. That ain't none of my business. We don't do that on the streets. At that point, you an internet dude. You ain't outside no more. We don't do that outside. We don't speak on nobody however they get their money, whatever. Whatever. That ain't none of my business. I just mind my own business. We don't go out our way to dislike nobody. That ain't got nothing to do with us. But ain't, my name Wes, I ain't in that mess. So that's what that was all about. That wasn't me watching, knowing he was going to say no goofy shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I said, what the hell? What? That's when I came over here and dissed him and threw him under the bus. And then that was the end of it. I'm not watching. I don't watch him. Ain't nothing military. There ain't no revolutionary shit right there. Ain't no revolutionary talking about he got his little museum and stuff. Like, that's a B word. You know what I'm saying? The women ain't even doing that. Like the women, this is crazy. The women ain't even doing that. He's a full-grown man. Yeah, they could be jealous and everything, but you still a man. You know what I'm saying? Keep that to yourself. You don't go on the internet feminine like that. If street media TV do something and start making a lot of money or come up with some kind of project, you don't get on the internet talking about that. You man your business. Where I come from. If street media TV right now starts selling Skittles and making a lot of money, that night, none of my damn business. I don't know nothing. I'm not saying nothing. We don't do that. You just mind your business. Period. You don't speak on what somebody else doing to make their money or whatever business. You don't speak on that. You don't speak on that. That is not your business. We don't do that. Whether you like them or not, you don't speak on it. It's not about liking them. It's not about you don't have to like them, but you don't speak on it if you're a man. What you don't like, you keep to yourself. You might discuss it with your wife, but you don't discuss it with the general public. I'm not going to go on here and bring up every brother that I didn't like something he did on his content or his behavior. I'm not doing that. Okay? I'm not doing that. That's femininity. I'm not doing that. I'm doing me. That's feminine. Like, what has that got to do with me? What any of y'all is doing? What it got to do with me? You would have to be doing something that's affecting the mind of black people that I thought was bad for us as a whole, then I would speak on it. If you were doing something I felt was bad for the community. Nobody. That's what I'm trying to say. I ain't nobody. I ain't talking to nobody. He said who? Nobody. That's my point. I don't got no who. Look, he said who? Nobody. Why would I say somebody when I'm telling you, don't do that? My point is, don't do that to nobody. Mind your business. Get you some business. Take care of your business instead of constantly talking about somebody else, what the hell they doing. When you find people that's always talking about what other people is doing and they not doing it for the benefit of the community, those is haters. Those are people ain't got no business on their own. If I speak on anybody, it's because I feel like they putting a bad image out there to the community, and then I want to tell the community don't listen to them. I'm trying to save the community. I'm not really going against them. I'm trying to tell the people, no, that's wrong. This is right. Other than that, it ain't none of my business. It have to be limited on what I think is bad for the community. I can't think everything somebody doing I don't agree with is not necessarily bad for the community. They doing what they do. I'm doing what I do. We're not doing all that gossip, right? Now, I was talking about disagreement. When you go on social media and you disagree with somebody, that has to be done right. If I say something and you disagree with me, there's a certain way you have to do that. You can't do that with malice. You have to do that with diplomacy. So if I say, hey, we need to go to the left, before you disagree with me, you're supposed to say, why you say that? And I'll say, I say we go to the left for this and that and that. Then you could say, well, don't you think if we go to the right, that would be better because we would do this and that? And then I would engage with you. But if you come over here, you don't know what you're talking about. That don't make no sense. I'm going to disrespect you and your mother and everything and block you. Because what? You ain't really coming with no intelligence to have no conversation. You coming with hostility. So then you say, everybody ain't got to agree with you. It ain't the fact you don't agree. It's the way you doing it. You're not doing it in a way for no type of intelligent dialogue. You being a B word. You doing something that out in the streets will get you hurt. You can't just talk to brothers any kind of way because you don't like what they saying. So if a brother say, yeah, man, I'm going to go over and do it, you can't tell a brother you sound stupid. You doing that stuff on social media that you know damn well you can't do outside. No matter what a brother say, you cannot insult him over what he said. If what he said didn't even insult you. So when it get to a point a brother says something and it didn't have nothing to do with you and you insult them, you trash. Because they didn't insult you. So you don't got the right to insult nobody just because you disagree with them. And the way you disagree with them could be an insult. I have it all the time. They say, so you just block people that don't disagree, they disagree with you. No, I blocked you at the way you did it. And all I could do is block you. Because out in the world, if I was talking and you said that, I would walk away. I would leave. I wouldn't even talk to you. If I'm outside and I'm having a conversation and you interrupt me and say something rude, I'll tell everybody, all right, man, I'm out of here. Just like that. Facts. Y'all don't be outside. Soon as you come and you an idiot and you start talking to me crazy, I'm going to tell everybody else, all right, I'm out of here. You understand? You see what I'm saying? I'll be like, all right, I'm out of here. Just like that. I'm going to leave. I'm going to leave. Gotta go. Because I can't engage with a bunch of losers like that. They're not engaging. You know what I'm saying? Once I see you a loser and you over here, come back tomorrow. You got time to waste. I don't. You got time to waste. I don't. A lot of times I don't even mention, you know what I'm saying? I don't put like a half a second, you know. I don't put a half a second in certain stuff. It's like it never happened. And some type of y'all, if you're gonna be a content creator, people say stuff they want attention. The best way to beat them is just delete it, block them, and don't mention it. Because you're just trying to do what you're trying to do. You're not trying to engage with every weirdo on social media. You don't got time to every weirdo that come in the chat. You ain't got no time. The only time I'll respond to somebody in the chat is if it can benefit the chat. But if I can't teach off of you, I just delete it. Now, if you say something crazy and I could teach off of it, yeah, I'll talk about it if everybody could learn from you being stupid. Yeah. Then I'll point out you stupid and teach everybody, see, this person is stupid. Don't be stupid like them. They a loser. They this, they that. Then once I get through with that, then I'll block you. But I'll let them see this loser right here? Don't be like this loser. This loser is on the internet. They not like that in real life. They not doing none of that outside. These is cowards. These is weirdos. They might got mental illness. They might be bots. They might not even be black. They might be racist. You know what I'm saying? They might be racist. You don't know who it is. So at what point you're going to engage with a stranger on the internet and with a name, you don't know, you don't know who this is, how much energy you're going to put into that. But if you're going to disagree, make sure you do it in a way that creates dialogue. It's nothing wrong with disagreeing. But before you disagree, ask the person why they said that and get their explanation first. And then, let's say you disagree. Somebody say go to the right, and you disagree. Well, when you disagree, that means you might believe go to the left, right? So rather than disagree, say, well, let me ask you something. Why you don't think it's good to go to the left? Because that's your point, right? See what I'm saying? So if I say, y'all, we need to go to the right, instead of saying that don't make no sense, the reason it don't make no sense to you is because you're thinking something different. So why not tell me what you think? That's how you disagree. You tell me what you think, and that creates dialogue. Because if you just say, no, you're wrong, that's not what you want. I ain't nothing I can say to that. I got to dish you and get you out of here. But if I say, go to the right, because this do this, and you say, well, why you say go to the right? And I say, because this, and you say, but wouldn't go to the left do that and that? Now you allow me to say, no, going to the left would do this and that. Or I might say, you got a point. I might say, you got a point. That make a lot of sense. I ain't going to necessarily keep saying go to the right if you say, but wouldn't go to the left this, and it makes sense. I'm not going to go out my way to pretend you didn't make no sense. Why would I do that? Why would I go out my way to act like you don't make no sense when you make sense? Why can't I just change my view and say, oh, yeah, you're right? Which is what I do. I'll change my view in a second. I don't give a damn about the view. Just tell me what you're talking about. It's real simple. I'm not stuck on what I said. I'm not stuck on that. But no, you come. That's stupid. See, you're immature. I don't want to talk to you no more. You're not mature enough to express your view on the subject. And then you want to say, so you just block everybody don't agree with you? You a nasty person. Most likely, you don't have an opposite opinion. Most people like that, they don't have another view. They just don't like you. And they'll try to find anything to be rude and ignorant. And then that, to me, I got to block you because you're doing something that we don't do outside. So whether I'm on social media, on YouTube, I don't respect nothing that you don't do outside. Once I see you doing something that you ain't going to do face to face outside, I don't got no respect for you. Because you know damn well you can't just be somebody you don't know. You can't just be talking out the side of your neck because they going to leave anyway. They going to block you anyway because they going to leave if they smart. Because ain't nobody going to go to jail over no loser. And then if they leave and you insist to keep some up and follow, now they could beat the case. So whatever's going to happen, I got to beat the case. If you force a situation, I got to make sure when I go to court, you was totally out of line and a threat, which most of the time you a punk. You ain't going to do that anyway. I'm going to leave conversation over. I don't want to talk to you because I'm not wasting my time talking to somebody that don't go nowhere. Have you ever been in a discussion with somebody back and forth for 45 minutes, an hour, and at the end of the day, you just wasted your time? This person never accepted none of your good points, and you just making good points for nothing because they hell bent on not listening to nothing you say. You're just wasting your time. They what we call stuck on stupid. This not an open dialogue. This is some, listen, one time, this is how I learned this. One time I was talking to this dude and I was saying, we need to go to the right. We need to go to the right. We need to go to the right. And he was like, we need to go to the left. We need to go to the left. I'm like, we need to go to the right because of this. He said, we need to go to the left. Look, this. I said, we got to go to the right. This. He said, we got to go to the left. This. I'm saying right. He's saying left. A week later, I went up to the park. He was in the conversation, talking to some people. You know what he was saying? We need to go to the right. He was saying all my stuff in another conversation. I swear to God. The man was in another conversation, repeating everything I said. Now, when I was talking to him, he said, no, you got to go to the left. Got to go to the left. Right? I said, you got to go to the right because this. He said, go to the left. I walked up behind this fool at the beach, and the man was saying everything I was saying to some different people. That's when I learned, oh, okay. These people just playing. This man knew I was right. He just wanted to argue. And then he took all my talking points and got in another conversation with all my talking points that he swore was wrong. I said, what the hell? After that, I said, oh, okay. You got to watch who you talk to. You got people out here that's phony. Like he never was really in the conversation. He was just competing just for the hell of it. He didn't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? He didn't care nothing about the conversation. He just wanted to argue. I was wondering why I'm making all these good points and it didn't go nowhere. Because he wasn't trying to really have no real conversation. He was fake. He was a fraud. He was just wasting my time, just debating on nothing. You got people that'll debate with you like a contest. They're not really into the discussion. They're into beating you, right? So you're a discussion and you're trying to get to the bottom discussion. They're not trying to do that. They're trying to beat you. That's it. They don't give a damn about discussion. To them, it's a competition against you. To you, it's a discussion. You're trying to get to the bottom of the discussion. To them, they trying to beat you. It's like some kind of weird contest. You don't know that. So you keep bringing up all these good points thinking it's a real discussion. And this fool is on some competition. They don't care nothing about discussion. They just trying to, in their mind, they trying to beat you. You already know, you didn't know that's what it was. You wasn't trying to beat them. You were trying to get to the bottom of the conversation, right? Or you're trying to get to the bottom of the conversation, make points. They ain't on that. They trying to prove that they know more than you. They don't give a damn about the conversation. Them the ones say, you think you always right. That's them ones. Oh, I didn't know this was about who was right or wrong. I thought we was talking about the actual conversation. Oh, this is who's right and who's wrong. The hell with the conversation. You don't care nothing about the conversation. What you care about is who right and who wrong. I'm thinking we really talking about the subject. If we really talking about the subject and you make some good points, then I'm going to ride with it. I'm not going to stick with what I'm saying. I'm thinking you're going to make some good points. I go, oh, yeah, I didn't think about that. No, you ain't on that. You ain't into this conversation. You are competing. So I get a lot of brothers over here like that. They don't care about what I'm talking about. They competing. So they say, you think you always right. You. And right there, and I know, okay. This somebody got some kind of mental issue. They don't care nothing about the subject at hand. They want to be right. They want to come over here and show me I could be right. What you say is wrong, and I could be right in front of these people. I'm right. You know, they on something else. Whatever the conversation is, they ain't even into that. They just into being right. So I can't talk to you because I'm really trying to pull up information to bag the conversation. You, this a contest to you. You don't care nothing about the conversation. You're a professional disagreeer. Y'all got to look out for that. You have people that all they do is disagree. They're professionals at it. No matter what you say, they disagree. I don't give a damn what it is. That's what they do. They just disagree. This is how they have some kind of sick fun. They have some type of sickness. I get people, have y'all seen people come in my chat and when the conversation over, they didn't ask me thousands of questions? I had a brother do that the other day. I just looked at a live I just did. And I was looking for people to make moderators. And this dude's name is like 100 times. I said, oh, he wasn't even serious. He just was blocking up the chat. The man all the way down, asking stuff. A lunatic. He come back, I'm not answering no more questions. Bro, you ran everybody else off the chat. I'm thinking that you asking me legitimate questions. The whole time you a nut. Because sometimes as content creators, we really think a brother asking us a serious question. We say, yeah, like this. He said, well, what about this? You say, yeah, like that. And he said, what about that? You're like, oh, yeah, like that. But the whole time he playing. The whole time he just playing. He don't care about nothing that he asks you. This is what we go through. We don't know who's legitimate asking a question and who's a nut. So we try to be nice and answer all your questions. It is not until you get to question number 25 that we realize, wait a minute. Okay, let me move on and talk to somebody else. You is no good. You're a no good person. You got some type of issues. And you want to be seen. Go get you a channel and be seen. And stop disrespecting the other people in the chat. Contrarians, yeah. Yep. So we don't go around people we don't like. If you don't like them, stay away from them. That's why we have so many problems in the black community, because these young brothers constantly going around another young brother he don't like. When you see somebody you don't like, you go this way, let them go that way. This whole thing where you keep engaging with people you don't agree with, you keep watching people on YouTube you don't like, you keep listening to people that you don't think they know what they talk about, it's some kind of sick mental illness. Because who got enough time to do that? Who got time to keep clicking on something and watching somebody that you don't like at all and you don't agree with nothing they say? What kind of sickness is that? And how you got enough time? You know how much time that takes? I can't imagine. Now, when it comes to arguing and stuff, we only argue with our friends. We don't argue with strangers. You have to be my friend, and we can go back and forth. But if you're a stranger, I really don't want to go back and forth with no stranger. We'll only go back and forth with a friend. A friend, we could sit there and go back and forth for 2 hours. But somebody I don't know, I'm not comfortable with going back and forth with you no more than 1 or 2 times. And I'm ready to move on. Because I don't really know you like that. In the black community, We debate for fun. We be having fun doing it. We enjoy each other's responses. But if we don't know you, I can't really enjoy your response. I don't know you. I don't know your motive. And you might got malice. So, nobody wants to do that like that. And then on social media, when I can't see, one thing is when I can't see you, you can pretend. We really don't get a lot of debates when we can see a person, because if a person ain't got their stuff together, they begin to feel inferior anyway if they ain't really like that. So when it's face to face with somebody really got knowledge, with somebody that kind of don't, they don't do all that when you looking them in their eye. And they're kind of overweight and sloppy. And you can see them on social media. You can't see dudes sloppy, overweight, don't take care of himself. But when you talk to people personally, you can see if they got it together, and they can see that you can see that. So they humble themselves. Because I'm looking at that big ass belly you got, and I'm like, you kind of, your belly kind of big for you to be so smart. Why you don't look so, you know, you don't look smart. You look like you're making yourself sick. I don't know, on social media, I can't see if you is self-inflicting colon cancer on yourself. But in real life, I could see and look at you and see, shut up, you know, you ain't on nothing. But you better go get you some more sausages. You know what I'm saying? Boy, you'll eat anything. You know what I'm saying? On the internet, you can talk super intellectual. But then in real life, I can see you eat sausages and McDonald's or Burger King. You ain't in no kind of help. You don't take care of yourself. You not smart like that. You are not a knowledgeable person. You're just a regular person trying to jump in a conversation that's out your league. Well, I'm out your league. Like, bruh, you 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 showed on. You know everything but how to take care of yourself. Really? You know what I'm saying? You see what I mean? So they don't have that same energy when I meet them. Because when I meet them and I look at them, they already know, okay, the gig is up. I ain't on the internet. I can't I can't act like I'm Dr. Savy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You more like doctor, don't say shit. You know, bro, shut up. You a fraud, bro. You fraudulent. You understand? Because in our world, the main thing we look at is, do you take care of yourself? If you don't, in our world with this knowledge, if you don't take care of yourself and eat right, your knowledge is limited. You know some stuff, but we not gonna give you a lot of credit because you have a tendency to not pay attention to the most important things. And when we see that you don't pay attention to what's most important, then we can't take your knowledge as being valid. You got misplaced knowledge because how is it you know all this, but you sending yourself to the hospital and the doctor? Maybe you know the wrong shit. Maybe you need to learn some other shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know how you argue with me with this high blood pressure that you got. You know what I'm saying? I don't, I don't know how you argue with me and it looked like you got polyps in your colon. You know what I'm saying? You don't even take care of yourself. So I mean, like, how smart are you really? Like, you ain't really that smart. What are you doing? Picking and choosing when to be smart? So, we don't really be doing unnecessary debates because some people don't debate based on the subject. They just trying to look smart And some of us, we prefer to just deal with the subject. We don't want you grandstanding because then we never get nowhere with the subject. We might be talking about the environment or we might be talking about politics or something, but are you the type of person that's really into the subject? Or are you the type of person just want to act like you know something and you're not really dealing with the subject? And I can always tell how smart you are because you might say, you think you know everything. And then that's when I have to remind you, you do know we're not talking about everything. So this is the first giveaway when people say they think you know everything when you ain't talking about everything. That shows a lack of knowledge because we ain't even talk about everything. So what makes you think I know everything? Are we talking about uh, putting brakes on a car or putting a transmission in a car? Because everything would mean I would know how to put a transmission in a car, which I don't. So right then you show that your vocabulary, what you say is not thorough. Because you said, I think I know everything. But we only talking about this. This ain't everything. So I'm talking to the wrong person. Because we ain't even talking about everything. Because everything would mean I know how to do surgeries. I know how to be a dentist. When you say the word everything, so you're not right in exact with your words. You just use words that ain't even right and exact. Because there's nothing, if I'm talking to you about something in Africa, that's not everything. That's just Africa. So when you start saying, I think I know everything, that shows a dislike for me. So you ain't even thinking about the subject. And that shows that you competing on who know the most. You're not dealing with the subject. As soon as they start saying you think you know everything, that show you they was just in a competition to act like they know. They just was competing with you. They're not dealing with the subject. They basically trying to say, you think you know more than me. But you're just trying to talk about the subject. But in their mind, they trying to prove they know more than you. They ain't even on subject. And a person that want to prove they know more than you believe you trying to prove you knew more than them. They think you like them. I not like you. I'm really dealing with the subject. You're a professional arguer. I get it. And you want to prove you know more than me. You don't want to talk about the subject. You're not into it for the benefits of the subject. You're into it for pride. So this conversation is going to go nowhere because we ain't on the same page. I'm really thinking we talking about the subject. I'm trying to pull up stuff to defend what I'm saying about the subject. You're trying to pull up things to defend. You know more than me. Like, what the hell? I didn't know this was the know more than me. I didn't know that's what we was doing. I thought we was really dealing with the subject. Oh, we not dealing with the subject. This is a competition for you. You understand? So, if you a general or a G, don't do silly stuff like that. A lot of times, G's, we don't say nothing. When I get around a brother and he know and he got knowledge and he talking, I don't say nothing. I just suck it in. I don't try to compete with no brother when he dropping bombs. I don't gotta. Why I gotta say something when you dropping bombs? Why not just let you drop it? Why cut you off to be like I could drop bombs too? That's not no G shit. That's a buster. It's a buster. Those of us that talk a lot, we listen a lot. We go to lectures. A lot of times at lectures, You don't get to say nothing. And at a lot of lectures, you don't get to ask questions afterwards. The lecturer get there and say, bop, 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 bop. Okay, good night. And they leave. They don't take questions because you got weirdo dudes. If I do a lecture, I say any question, this how it go. I do a lecture. The lecture's over. Let's say the lecture's about eating right. It'll be a line for people to ask questions. Lady get up there and say, so uh, which vegetable is the better? This one, what's the best way to cook it? On point. Then a brother get up there. This is his question. See, eating right is a thing of this and that. And we have to deal with our constipation and the immaculation of the frustration. And we have to do this. And he'll do that for a long time. You have to say, sir, what's your question? The nigga ain't got no question. He get up there and start talking his ideas. Now, you said any question. This is why we don't like to do that, because you got something wrong with a lot of the black men. There's something wrong with them. A brother would get up there and make a long statement to show what he know. And then after this long statement, then he'll say, so here's my question. Bruh, wait a minute. Before you ask your question, let me tell you something. Sit down. And that's what my problem is, because I'm going to cut you off early. As soon as you say, so the thing, I'm going to say, hey, that's not a question, that's a statement. Do you got a question? And that's why I'm not like, because I'm going to shut you up early. Soon as you make a statement, I'm going to say, hey, I thought you said you had a question. Straight like that. I've been out here a long time. Know all the tricks, bro. Sit your goofy ass down. You know what I'm saying? Sit your goofy ass down, because that's not a question. Next lady. Sit down, bro. I can't wait till I do my book tour, because y'all think I'm just on the internet. I cannot wait so you can see me live. And I will tell him, sit down. And I'm going to have security and stuff with me. You gon' sit down. Because I'm not going to let you get up here and ruin everybody else that want to see this lecture where you up here playing. And a lot of times y'all don't understand, and you never been around nobody that's got the knowledge and the streets. You always around these book people got the knowledge. You ain't ever been around nobody got the knowledge and be outside. We ain't doing that whole ass shit outside. You say you got a question, nigga, ask the goddamn question or sit the fuck down. Like that. Sit your ass down. Okay? First, you a liar. Because you said you had a question. You had no question. You just want to get up here and filibuster. But you all buster, no feel. You know what I'm saying? You want to filibuster, but you're just a buster. You should have put some filler on the front of your shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's how that go. You know what I mean? And don't be no troll. You know what I'm saying? Don't be no trolling brothers and sisters out here trying to do what they try to do. So I hope you brothers learn from that. Like, be some stand-up dudes. And if you on this internet, come on here to learn something. Like, I be on watching people to learn. But if you want to come and argue with content creators, be a content creator, make you some money though. Either because I watch a lot of videos to learn. I watch all type of stuff. I watched a drummer last night. They say one of the best drummers ever. Bro was crazy with it. But the thing is, come and learn something. But if you argue, why argue or why present content to a content creator and you presenting content, you ain't getting paid. Get paid, get you a page. We need more Black people around the world to be on YouTube. because these people got the satellite, they got CBS, ABC, NBC, they got millions and billions of viewers. And for us to compete, we all gonna have to get on this social media and talk so we can compete. So more y'all need to go live, especially the ladies. Y'all need to start going live and monetizing. Monetize your channel, get paid for talking, and bring some to the community. So we need more of you all to get on YouTube and go live. Express yourself. Tell what it's like when you grow. Tell your personal situation. We can all learn. I'm getting ready to be 68. If you 48, you know something I don't know. You know the details about growing up in the era you grew up in. The community need to hear that. They need to hear about your particular decades of living. We got the one brother, he ain't got no teeth in his mouth. What's his name, Bob or something? And he be getting on my nerve. I had to stop messing with dude because he always on there beeping. And I keep telling him, bro, why you don't tell us what it was like in the 60s and the 50s? Because you was older. He always trying to talk all this stuff, but he never tell us what life was like in them days. That's what we want to hear. And me and Brother Drew, we finna come over here with some fire. Man, listen, me and Drew finna come over here. I don't want to give it away because people will steal my idea. But we got a playlist that's going to be fire. And we're going to be looking for y'all to join this playlist. So keep your eyes open. It's going to be popping off 2026. Because we trying to bring like real information and not no bunch of arguing and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And if you got real information, I'll bring you into the live if you could bring something for the people to listen and learn. Because we just trying to share information. We ain't trying to do no big eyes, little U's. Nobody want to be bigger than nobody. I don't want to be bigger than nobody. The only person I want to be better than tomorrow is me today. That's it. The only person I'm trying to outdo is me. I'm trying to lift these weights more tomorrow. I'm trying to find better herbs and better stuff to eat tomorrow. I'm trying to live to 68, 69, 70. That's why I'm competing with me. I'm not competing with none of y'all. I'm competing with me. I got to outdo me. January 1st, I'll be to live in 2025. I'm competing to live in 2026 to make it to 2027. That's my competition. I'm not competing with nobody. I'm competing with myself to stay alive, to stay healthy, to keep my testosterone up, to still be able to have sex. You brothers ain't competing with yourself. Now you got erectile dysfunction and all that because you try to compete with another brother instead of compete with yourself. You're supposed to have morning wood when you wake up. You don't, right? All right, you got your mind in the wrong place. You need to concentrate on you. That's who we competing with ourselves. You're trying to outdo yourself, not nobody else. And so, yeah, I'm going to listen to you. If you got information to help me outdo myself, I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm with it. If you can bring me information that I can use to better myself and compete with myself, I'm all ears. I don't give a damn what age you are, who you are. I'm not turning down no information if it's right. I am not going to try to compete with you when you saying something good. Only a fool do that. If a brother come over here or a sister come over here and say something good, I'm going to shut the hell up. I'm not going to try to, I'm going to be gooder. Man, we got to stop doing that. Because with this plant-based thing, we getting information from the younger generations bringing new information. Facts. A lot of information I'm getting about exercise and eating supplements is from a younger generation. Facts. They the ones bringing the new, they the ones looking more into the plants. They the ones finding, oh, this plant even stronger than that plant. That's the younger generation doing that. So if you cut your mind off and think you know everything, you know you ain't gonna learn nothing. You have to be open for information wherever it come from. You don't give a damn who it is. You could be 20 years old. If you say some deep shit, I'm listening. I'm not trying to outdo nobody. I'm trying to suck it up. A brother was saying, bro, you think you're always right. And I told him, I am always right. He said, what you mean? Because if I'm talking to you and I say go to the left and you say go to the right and you right, I'm going to say go to the right. He said, hell no. So I'm always right. Because when I'm wrong, I throw that shit in the garbage and I take the right shit. That's how I'm always right. I'm always right because as soon as you say something right, the shit I said is out of here. I will throw my philosophy in the garbage right there. Facts. If I'm saying da 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 and you said da 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 and it's right, I'm gonna be like da da da. Da 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 is out of here. That's why brothers say, well, you was a Pan-African, but now you pushing FBA reparations. Exactly. Pan-Africans, I threw it in the garbage. That's why I'm always I don't give a damn what it is. Yeah, cut the check, give me my money. Africa ain't got their shit together. Niggas gonna be 50,000 years before you get together, go to Africa. It's all about FBA. Yes, 100%. Pan-Africanism, goodbye, in the garbage. FBA, reparations. I got no problem with it. They said, well, you used to be this. Yeah, I used to have dreads shorter than this too. I used to have 2 children. Now I got 6. I used to didn't have no grandchildren, but now I got grandchildren. I used to do a lot of shit I don't do no more. You know what I'm saying? I throw philosophy in the garbage. Quick. That's why I'm always right. I'm always right. Always. Because soon as you right, I'm saying your shit. Quick. Facts. Anybody tell you that? I'll throw my stuff in the garbage right there live in the debate. All you got to do is make some sense. I'm willing. If you're making some sense, that's what it is. But you got to really be making some sense and show me what you're talking about. You can't be competing with me. You got to show me what you're talking about. And if you show me what you're talking about, and I hit a wall and say, ugh, you got a point. Because I'm going to do that. I'm not sticking with my point. Look, I'm not sticking with shit. Facts. So that's why I be wanting you to bring it so I could see if I need to throw what I'm saying in the garbage. I'm with that. I ain't standing on nothing. I'm standing on what makes sense. I don't give a damn what it is. And that's how you always be right. Because when you find out you're wrong, you start saying the right stuff. So I always be right. Because I adjust quick. That's a fact. I adjust everything. I got no problem with throwing what I'm saying in the garbage and saying something different. Don't bother me none. I don't owe no philosophy, nothing. I don't owe no philosophy. I don't owe no ideology, nothing. Y'all young brothers got to stop thinking that you owe the ideology, that you got to just stick with the ideology. No, you don't. You can throw that in the trash. You take whatever makes sense. And when you talk to somebody and they make sense and you see your stuff ain't making no sense, why you keep fighting trying to make your stuff make sense when the sister or the brother that showed you they make sense, yours ain't right and exact? Throw that shit in the garbage. That's what I do. And people say, well, that don't make sense. Yes, it do. We had 45s, right? Then albums came out, right? We didn't throw 45s in the garbage and get albums. 8 tracks came out. We didn't throw. We didn't go with 8 tracks. Cassettes came out. We didn't go with it. CDs and DVDs come out. We went with it, right? All right then. You a DJ. You got a Technique turntable. A better one come. You don't get the better one. You just stay with the Technique because the Technique is what you had. No, you get the new, better turntable. You get the better car. You get the better shower head. In life, we adjust. If you don't adjust, guess what we call it? We call it stuck on stupid. Victory.